Welcome to the Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone, and with me as always, pushing the buttons, we have our dear boss, Roma Nation. How are you doing today, good sir?
It's great to be back, guys. Had a little vacation, much needed, but it's time to get back to work. So let's get it.
In our next chair, we have the gothic girl herself, Crimson Catnip. How are you doing today, dear?
It is, I believe, Friday's Eve, so I'm doing well and getting ready to...
There you go.
Friday Eve.
Now that is how we do it. In our next chair, we have the lovely, lovely Elizabeth. How are you doing today, dear?
I'm doing great, T-Bone. How are you? How is everybody today?
I am doing fantastical, like always, and rounding us off in our last chair, being as wise and grumpy and old as always, we have Brian. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing just great. Let's do this thing.
Well, everybody, let's rev our engines. Roma, hit us with the very first article of the day.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get off to the Climate Change Initiative. Starting with CBS News, Tropical Storm Alberto, first of the Atlantic hurricane season, takes aim at Mexico and Texas. The first tropical storm of the Atlantic season formed over the Gulf of Mexico Wednesday. The National Hurricane Center said the storm, named Alberto, is forecast to bring heavy rains to northeastern Mexico and southern Texas. The center of Alberto is likely to reach the Mexican coast early Thursday and was forecast to strengthen before making landfall. On Wednesday evening, the National Hurricane Center said the storm system was moving towards the region at about 9 miles per hour. It was about 320 miles southeast of Brownsville, Texas, and 135 miles southeast of Tampico, Mexico. Tampico. I actually stayed in Tampico for a day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, coming back up from Central America, that was one of the places I stayed. It's very, very touristy. It's a tourist trap, basically. But I think they'll be okay. All right. Alberton. Alberton?
I believe that's a typo. Yeah.
We need to come up with like a thing that comes across the screen and be like, typo of the day.
For real.
No, that
happens so much now because they're so eager to get stories out that they don't proofread or nothing. They just type, submit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Maybe it was ChatGPT, but who knows? Anyways.
How are they doing this? Whatever, Roma, get us started with this story, please.
Alberto is a large tropical storm, the Hurricane Center said, with maximum sustained winds of 50 miles an hour and tropical force winds exceeding outward up to 460 miles. While the storm was hours away from making landfall, its effects were already being felt. In the Texas city of Surfside, located south of Houston, rain totals had already topped nearly 4 inches early Wednesday evening, and some residents were forced to evacuate. Search and rescue teams on water raft found 2 women stranded in a car and the water nearly up to their tires. In Galveston, Texas, several Juneteenth events were rescheduled due to flooded streets, and in Jamaica Beach, flood levels left both streets closed to traffic. In Corpus Christi, Texas, a CBS News crew could see the water already spilling out into the streets near the marina. According to Reuters, local emergency services in the Mexican state of Nuevo León reported that a 15-year-old boy was swept away and drowned in a river outside the city of Monterrey. Now, Monterrey is like a couple of 100 miles inland of Texas. I'm not Texas, of Mexico, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So that's
I believe so.
a massive storm, considering that the eye was 115 miles out. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Do they get a lot of storms there? Because it looks like, those houses, they're all on stilts already. So it looks like they're used to this kind of situation happening, or like surges from the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys have talked to Atmore, and one of the things he does is real estate development, and he talks about how you build houses in these low-lying coastal areas. And step one is pounding water treated, telephone pole piles, pretty deep into the, into the ground, and then putting your stilts, and then putting an additional pole on top of that, and then you build your house on the poles. So,
Yep.
Well, we have a lot of those here in North Carolina as well, because we are very much a state that is prone to hurricanes. Even a couple weeks ago, this was actually sent to us from our like electric people. It's just a flyer, but it's all about hurricane preparation, because we are in the hurricane season. They listed all the that they have already picked out for this year. So we have Alberta, Beryl, Chris, Debbie, or like just the entire list here. And these names are actually picked at the beginning of each year or the beginning of each season. And this is why I'm always saying be prepared, because especially the city I live in, it's not on the coast, but it's definitely within rainfall. The biggest thing we see is flooding and power outages. Those are going to be your main two, especially for cities that are inland. But I lived in on a coastal city, and yes, most of the houses there are built on stilts, or especially on the Outer Banks, as we call them. They're basically islands that just surrounded on both sides. But yes, when I say be prepared, it's not just civil violence. It's like we are in the beginning of hurricane season, and according to several meteorologists, it's going to be a heavier season, meaning both in the intensity of the storms and the number of the storms. So 2024 is going to be a big one, because we've gone from El Nino to La Nina. Or is it the other way around? We went from one extreme to the other, so.
Right.
All right.
Yep. Pretty much.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to our second story in our climate change initiative. Here we go. Second death reported in New Mexico wildfires, with blazes predicted to grow. The South Fork Fire and the Salt Fire closed the villages of Ruidoso, have burned more than 23,000 acres and forced evacuations of 8,000 people. Brian, if you could go ahead and start the video here.
All right, here we go.
Whoa.
I wonder if this is a dual video.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, Brian, I think that this is the. I don't know what happened there. Is this the same?
This is the link. This is the link. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if there's other video embedded on here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's pictures. I don't know. NBC
Go
do better.
Go all the way to the top.
I was all the way at the top.
Were you?
That's it.
I'm getting flashbacks of when we actually use canoes to paddle our way to class at the college.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not even kidding. I am not kidding. It was actually close to the ocean.
So this is the second news article that sabotaged us. First it was
wait a second. Oh, here it is.
There
I had to
we
refresh
go.
it. I had to refresh
Oh,
it.
good.
That is so weird, NBC. What
Fire
is up?
the producer.
All of them. Just fire NBC. Get them out of here.
NBC, not by choice.
That was a cool video, though, anyway.
Oh, good. There we go. Mm-mm-mm.
Mm. Mm.
All right, you can cut it there, Brian. Yeah. So,
You know, when I was a kid, I used to. Well, my family used to go up and vacation in that area. I mean, Rio Doce is a beautiful, beautiful place, and it's really a shame. It's really a shame that's happening up there.
What I don't understand is with all the technology we have, and I may just be ignorant to the way things work, but it just seems to me that we have so much developing technology for certain things. But when it comes to, this kind of prevention, wildfire prevention and stuff like this, and, whether, I don't know, so anything that can help that it doesn't become so devastating. It just seems so crazy that we are at this point and we still don't have a better system in place. Like how these
Right.
Yeah.
fires get out of hand like that. It's insane.
Well,
Exactly.
honestly, part of the problem, Elizabeth, is they don't allow people who actually know how to take care of forests take care of the forests. Controlled burns are a very important ecological management tool because they get rid of underbrush and all the things that can make wildfires so much worse. But oh no, we can't go clean out the underbrush, in this area because this is endangered woodpecker area, and fire will hurt them. And they don't think about, well, if you don't do a small controlled burn there, something else could start to get out of control. That's going to be much worse for your precious endangered freaking woodpeckers.
Very true. It sounds like totally something they would try to say too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because people
That's also
think of New
why.
Mexico. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
God.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, some people think of New Mexico as just this desert wasteland, but you got to remember they're connected to Colorado, and the southern part of Colorado is very beautiful. Little vast forests and trees. Like about a third of New Mexico is like that, and this is that one area of New Mexico that was really, really nice.
Yeah.
The rest of New Mexico, I mean, there's not really much to burn, so you wouldn't really see that much. I mean, it does happen, but it's not as extreme.
North central New Mexico, starting about Santa Fe, going up the spine of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains into southern Colorado, some of the most beautiful terrain on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Can attest.
Absolutely. All right, that kind of brought everybody down, but let's go ahead and make fun of somebody, shall we? Let's move over.
How about we move on, Roma? Take us away with making fun of who we making fun of?
All right, this is from The Hill. Holder worried Supreme Court will come to a dangerous conclusion on Trump immunity. Former Attorney General Eric Holder said Wednesday that he's concerned with this. Supreme Court will come to a dangerous conclusion of former President Trump's claim of presidential immunity, partly because it has taken time for the justices to reveal their decision. Trump has made the immunity claim on charges related to the federal cases he faces on storing classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago home, and in Florida related to the 2020 election and the January 6th, 2021 riot at the Capitol. A decision from the Supreme Court is expected before the end of the month. In an interview on MSNBC's Deadline, White House, with Nicole Wallace, the former Attorney General to President Obama suggested some justices could argue Trump is allowed to violate criminal law if he did so on his official role as president. Now, I'm going to stop there because you're assuming that any president would just violate the law just because they're president, and
Why
that's
would they do that?
simply not true.
That's not what's going on here. Okay, Eric Holder's trying to gaslight us right here
Mhm.
But okay.
because the issue before the Supreme Court is not whether the president opposed to the president of the United States. It's not whether he has a blank check to commit criminal acts. It's that does the president, in his official capacity as president, is he immune from prosecution for acts which may have been technically illegal, but which were in furtherance of his duties as president of the United States, for national security or whatever. That's what this is about. It's not about whether presidents have a blank check to be criminals. It's about whether or not sometimes questionable actions that a president has to take in furtherance of his duties are those criminal. And if the Supreme Court indeed rules that those are criminal, then this country cannot be effectively governed and it cannot be effectively defended.
Exactly. And this also means, it's just like, why? Like, you got their Democratic colleagues getting away with literal murder. I mean, I'm not going to say who, but I think you know where I'm going with
Teddy
this.
Kennedy.
But
there's about a 10-foot list of them.
exactly.
But
Here's the thing. This is the reason why there is an impeachment process.
Yes.
That's what it's
correct
for.
and right legal way.
Exactly, because with this, if this ruling goes the way they think it is, then it effectively makes the impeachment process mute.
Yep.
Because it's really the people that get to decide, which people democratically elected representatives.
So let me translate this headline correctly for you. Eric Holder is worried that the Supreme Court will rule correctly, and that correct ruling will, in this instance, right now, this moment in history, benefit Donald J. Trump.
It's a threat to democracy.
Oh boy, there's that word again.
How is the
Democracy.
John
But we're not a democracy.
Democracy.
Exactly.
And
Now,
they keep calling
For those that
rulings
don't know, we are a constitutional republic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Crimson.
Yeah,
Thank
Amen.
you for
They will
that
never
lovely
never agree with that though.
T-Bone,
Well,
please
what,
step a little bit closer to the mic. We can barely hear you, sir.
So sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, but typically the reason why they argue that is because they're like, oh, but our people are democratically elected. Yeah, in one column.
Yes, in one
There's
column.
multiple columns here. But it's like they're trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. It's just like, stop it.
Exactly.
It's like when you talk about like Medicare. Medicare
doesn't
is
work.
in fact a type of socialist way
technically could bet.
of giving benefits, but that doesn't mean we're a socialist country. It's just we have that in place, whatever.
Well, we have multiple things in place. We have
Mhm.
multiple different types of things from different, governments around the world to make us into what we are today.
Mhm.
But I think there's going to be multiple decisions made here about what constitutes because that's the real question, is what constitutes as an official act. You have to understand that first before you can move
Right.
on and say, all right, well, whether it was an official act or not, we don't know that because it's never been tried.
Mhm.
But
I love how they always want to go to like violence, right? Like they call
Mhm.
it dangerous for the Supreme Court to have a ruling. But in the same breath, they'll say like the local courts, like pushing back against them is not danger, is like a danger or whatever. It's like the double speak is so crazy. Like the highest court in the land can't come up with a ruling and be looked at as unbiased. But
Okay.
the courts that going against Trump.
So let's play their game. All right. So let's say there is a reason why he should be criminally charged. Let's start with the classified documents case. So if there is a reason, devil's advocate, why do you think they would charge him with a crime on the classified documents case?
They're not. What are you talking about? They're not.
No, I'm just saying, just because they've indicted him on it, so they're trying to find a reason to make him guilty. What is that reason?
There is no reason. Oh, Orange Man bad. That's right. My bad. Sorry.
Orange Man bad. That's the reason.
Bad. Orange Man
Right.
bad.
That's the whole
Orange
reason.
Man very, very bad.
Okay, maybe I need to be a little more clear. All right, so classified documents is because the thing is, he can't unknow the information that he already signed off on. You know, so what danger would he have having the documents when he could just tell people what's in the documents? So there's no point in stopping him from having those documents, which is the reason why they made the what is it, the Presidential Records Act, because
it's to put a stain on him, so that way anything he comes out and says, then it's a criminal talking.
Now
Don't listen to him.
The 2020
a felon, not a criminal, not just any type of criminal, Biddy, a felon. But
right, a felon.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Roma. It was a misdemeanor charge that they bumped up to a felony.
No,
so
that was New York.
No.
Yeah.
That was the New York trial.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
But I just want to get through this real quick. So the other one is the January 6th case. Now, they're trying him in a lower court, even though the DOJ didn't prosecute him. Do you know why?
You're about to tell me. Tell T-Bone.
Tell you? I think Brian knows why.
Brian, can you tell me?
I'm sorry, what? Huh? What? Huh?
No, I'm sorry. I threw you on a
Brian,
spot
stop
there.
pulling a T-Bone and tell me what's going on.
So the the January 6th trials on Donald Trump that are hauled up in court right now. Why is it that the DOJ did not prosecute him? These courts are
Because
the big D word.
Democrat.
Discovery.
Oh
okay.
my gosh,
Okay.
yeah, because the discovery in the court case is gonna be like everything goes to each side and is like, hey yo, we gonna
Yeah.
Someone done messed up somewhere.
You know, I find it interesting that that none of that everything just seemed to be timed to pop off. We'll get all our answers right around Republican convention time. You know, there's no collusion going on here at all. None to see here, folks.
Yep, move on. Moving on. All right.
Don't believe your lying eyes.
We took a lot of time on that one, but I wanted to break that down just so that people understand like why those things were happening. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the Communist News Network,
CNN,
better known as CNN. Hezbollah leader threatens Cyprus as tensions with Israel ramp up. The leader of Lebanese militant group Hezbollah threatened Wednesday to target European islands of Cyprus if war breaks out between Israel and Lebanon. Quote, Cyprus will be part of this war too if it opens its airports and bases to Israeli forces. And this is Hassan Nasrallah said in a televised address that came just a day after Israel warned the powerful Iran-backed militant group that the prospect of all-out war was getting very close. The comments by Hezbollah leader first time threatened Cyprus, a member of the European Union that lies in the Mediterranean Sea, roughly 125 miles or 200 kilometers from Lebanon, in which held a joint military exercises with Israel since 2014 and as recently as last year. There's that date, 2014 again. Sounds familiar.
Who was president in 2014? Wasn't that Barack Hussein Obama?
Yeah, but that wasn't the point. There's other things that happened in 2014. But it's funny how they're all coming back together. Yep. Nasrallah's threat came as a part of a fiery response to Israel's warning that saw him boost his group growing capabilities to threaten to, quote, shake the pillars of the Israeli war if would be imposed on Lebanon. Tensions between Hezbollah and Israel have been rising since October 7th Hamas attacks and the ensuing military campaign in the Israel Defense Forces in Gaza. In recent weeks, the intensity of cross-border attacks between the two have increased, raising concerns over the prospect of a full-blown war. Israel screwed.
No, I don't think so.
keep sending money over to Israel, no matter what your thought is on whatever is going on over there. The United States keeps sending money, aid, weapons, and things over to Israel. It's raising concerns over the prospect of a full-blown war. I mean, guys, it says it right there.
Yeah, but I mean, what's going to happen if Trump wins and he decides, you know what, I'm just going to pull everything?
That's a fair question.
I really wonder.
How many people are over there?
What is it, about 3 million, 4 million?
How fast do you think he can do that, though? How fast, logistically and logically speaking, Brian, military man, do you think that Trump could actually get 3 million troops out of there?
Oh, you're talking about troops. No. They don't have 3 million troops. We don't even have 3 million troops.
No.
That's the population of Cyprus.
No, the population of Israel is 9.5 million. So
Brian, again, my question is, how long would it take for the Don to get everything out of those areas?
2 days.
Yeah, I'd say maybe 2 days, because
48 hours.
Once you flex the entire logistical might of the United States DoD to a task, and this is what it would be primarily, a logistical operation. You got to get enough boats, enough planes over there to move peoples.
Okay.
Now, the long pole in the tent is actually gathering enough boats and planes to get there to get the peoples. But once you have all the boats and the planes you need to get the peoples, and it can go off, and it can go off fairly quickly. The long pole in the tent is getting the aircraft, watercraft, to move the peoples off the island.
There you go. All right. And by the way, the Cyprus is a population of 1.2 million. So it's not that many. Right. All right. Let's go through our speed round. We got 2 minutes and 3 stories.
Are you going to eat everything in the dump like fluff? Are you going to be a fluff today, buddy?
No, there's still going to be plenty left in the dump.
3 stories left.
There's still plenty left.
Hold your wad, T-Bone. We got you. All right, let's move on to Fox Business. Rite Aid to close over 24 stores as bankruptcy proceedings. My childhood memories. All right, Rite Aid is looking to close over 24 more stores in 2 states.
Rite Aid.
The drugstore chain on Monday filed a notice of additional closing stores with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court of the District of New Jersey, identifying a total of 27 locations in Michigan and Ohio that have added to the chopping block. Of those, 12 are in Michigan, according to filing, and other 15 are located in Ohio. A company headquartered in Pennsylvania had closed a slew of locations across the country while in Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I wonder if COVID had something to do with that.
Might have.
Yeah.
A lot of medications are on back order too, like Symbicort, oxycodone,
COVID.
All these medications they're not getting access to.
Fire sale. All right, let's move on to scanner.com. This is by Chris Burton. Trump vows to cut funding from schools with CRT curriculums. This is what must be done to save our country from destruction.
Save our country from destruction.
Trump made his remarks during a rally in Racine, Wisconsin on Tuesday. Quote, on day one, I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding on any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and any other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political onto our lives of our children. Trump told the Wisconsin crowd receiving a massive applause, quote, and I will not give 1 penny to a school that has a vaccine mandate or mask mandate. Wait, so he added to his, his day one reign of, dictatorial, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, but you get the point on that one. All right, and the very last story, also from scanner.com by Chris Carr. Representative Thomas Massey drafts resolution to rescind subpoenas for Bannon and Navarro. Speaker Johnson should immediately bring this resolution to the floor for a vote. Representative
If
Thomas
I may
Massey-
jump in here,
go ahead.
that's all it would take to keep Massey from having to report to or keep Steve Bannon from having to report to jail, because his entire conviction for contempt of Congress hinges on that subpoena. If that House of Representatives subpoena, which, oh, by the way, the Republican Party still has a razor thin majority in. So that's all it would take. They remove those subpoenas. There's no more case. It's moot. It goes away. So that's why this is important.
Yeah, and not only that, but the reason for that is because of the committees that were running.
They weren't even legitimate.
They weren't legitimate.
Yeah,
they weren't legitimate, and they don't even have the information anymore. So how can you prove something that's not there?
And they kind of like disappeared. It's like poof, all of like, where are they? Are they?
Oh, where did it go? Where did it
go? Right. It's like they pretend like they don't even exist anymore. It's so crazy.
Right?
Buzz, 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 buzz. Guys, it is time to move on to the game.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I see you already clicked the button. You beat me to it,
or not. Ryan, take us away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do this time of day on the Midday Rush. We play a little game called Beer Not. I'm going to present 3 headlines, one of which came from everyone's favorite Christian news parody site, I guess you call it, the Babylon Bee. The other 2 come from quote-unquote legitimate news sources.
Legitimate. They are
legitimate. Okay, so I see someone's already started the poll. Headline A1. The State Department officials seem to have to say a lot about that conspiracy theory we're not supposed to talk about.
We're talking about
Headline 2Bs.
Where's my tinfoil hat?
Congressional staffer who lives in fancy gated community goes mega viral after thanking Biden for canceling his student loans.
Yo, Robin
and headline C3PO, and this one is very appropriate for where it falls in the stack. Star Wars introduces non-binary Ewok with
this is Robin's first time
pronouns
seeing me.
Yub Nub.
Yes, I love it. I absolutely
Oh
love
my god.
it. Who came up with this shit?
Oh, you've got.
I will say I do have to recuse myself on this one though. So I'm out.
Yes, Crimson, you must recuse yourself. I didn't even put your story in the. I didn't even put your story in the deck.
T-Bone.
Y'all have fun with this
I'm
one.
out. T-Bone is saying time out. Is
Okay.
this from the new Star Wars dog shit show Acolyte?
Could be.
Nobody is watching.
Could be. Could be.
Absolutely nobody.
I will disclose nothing to you, T-Bone. I am trying to confuse and confuddle and be found you. Okay.
Dog face. None.
Bash.
Dog face.
What am I missing?
I was doing an
That.
What happened?
Look at Bash's comment.
What happened?
Ewokology. Oh, you guys are funny. Oh,
Are
you
they
guys are
woke?
funny.
Or are they just woke because they're so far on the left that they're starting to come up with words for pronouns now. It's not just he, she. You know, I still don't understand the other ones, but that's.
Oh wow, the chat is split.
What's letter 2 again?
Oh, letter. Oh, you mean 2Bs? Okay.
No. Letter 2. What's letter 2?
Congressional staffer who lives in a fancy gated community goes mega viral after thanking Biden for canceling his student debts.
Okay, so you're talking about this. I don't want to assume anybody's gender. Oh no, it says his, so it's a dude. So this dude is in this gated community. I'm assuming it costs a lot of money to be in this gated community. Of course. Fancy. It says fancy gated community. I'm assuming it costs a bit of money to be in this community.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And and he is the one who gets his student loans forgiven by Joe Biden when he's living in this community where he can just, pay off the debt. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty much the
That-
sum of it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I see smoke rolling out of your ears, T-Bone. And if it helps, and the chat is absolutely no help because 2 has 5 votes and 3 has 6 votes. So, and really,
Letter 3, number C is the one that T-Bone has chosen just because I have not heard anything about this acolyte dog shit, but yeah.
well, actually, folks, this headline is fake only because it's not a new character. It's a retcon. There you go.
So you're telling me that T-Bone has won?
T-Bone has won, and there you go.
I get to do the song and the dance. All T-Bone does is win.
Yep.
Guys, no matter what, guys, all I want to say is Star Wars has never let me down. Actually, it lets me down every single time.
All the time.
I do not like
Yeah.
this movie. George Lucas,
Yeah.
you done messed up, buddy. You done messed up. Yeah, pronouns are yub nub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not a new character. It's a retcon.
Yeah, okay, guys, with the ending of the first game, and it's time to move on to T-Bone's favorite game, Caption This! Basically, it's where T-Bone gives you a picture, and, like, you have to give T-Bone the caption. It's like this memeable photo. I don't know. I was thinking about Catwoman and Squirrel Girl today. Don't ask me why. I was thinking of Marvel and DC superheroes and villains, and I'm just like, what are 2 women that are never really talked about or like, in socials or in the media? And I'm just like, Squirrel Girl and Catwoman and Batwoman. Yeah, Batwoman's in there too, guys. It's low-key Batwoman. But yeah, 3 women that aren't really spoken about a lot. They're getting attacked by what looks to be raccoons. I don't know. Squirrel Girl is I guess doing some dude.
That
man.
one raccoon is evolving in the background.
Are you talking about
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah. The one in the back there, all the way in the back. Looks like it's
didn't get the
becoming a
joke.
human.
Biddy,
Oh.
you didn't.
I don't. The references
didn't
go
get
over my
it.
head because I don't know
okay.
the lores and stuff. Right over.
It's legitimately a raccoon in the comics who he's a part of a team called the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he just goes out into space
Oh.
and he just fights, with a tree and some celestial and like some other people. It's really
He's
cool.
cute.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, good movie. Good movie, made me laugh. I would watch it again. Highly recommend. But guys, while
agree with
you
the
are
same
getting in your lovely captions, it is time for Biddy to take us away with the 100-meter dash. Biddy, if you could be such a doll and take us away with the 100-meter dash.
T-Bone, step closer to your mic, please.
Huh? What?
Absolutely, T-Bone, I got you. All right, so coming to you from today.com, lady is actually doing a 100-meter dash for real. Chicago woman, 104 years old, skydives from a plane, aiming to break record for world's oldest skydiver.
That's older than Brian!
A 104-year-old Chicago woman is hoping to be certified as the oldest person to ever skydive after leaving her walker on the ground and making a tandem jump in northern Illinois. Age is just a number. Dorothy Hoffner told a cheering crowd moments after touching the ground Sunday at Skydive Chicago in Ottawa, about 85 miles southwest of Chicago, the Chicago Tribune reported. The Guinness World Record for oldest skydiver was set in May 2022 by 103-year-old Linnea Ingregard Larson from Sweden. But Skydive Chicago is working to have Guinness World Records certify Hoffner's jump as a record. WLS-TV
How is it
reported.
not already certified?
I know. Hoffner first skydived when she was 100 years old. On Sunday, she left her walker behind just short of the plane, a sky van, and was helped up the steps to join the others waiting inside to skydive. Let's go, Geronimo, Hoffner said after she was finally seated. When she first skydived, she said she had to be pushed out of the aircraft. But on Sunday, tethered to a U.S. Parachute Association certified instructor, Hoffner insisted on leading the jump from 13,500 feet. She looked calm and confident when the plane was aloft and its aft door opened to reveal tan crop fields far below shortly before she shuffled toward the edge and left into the air. She tumbled out of the plane headfirst, completely a perfect forward roll in the sky, before flying stable in free fall with her belly facing the ground. The dive lasted 7 minutes, including her parachute's slow descent to the ground. Coming into land, the wind pushed Hoffner's white hair back. She clung to the harness over her narrow shoulders, picked up her legs, and plopped softly onto the grassy landing area. Friends rushed in to share congratulations while someone brought over Hoffner's red walker. She rose quickly and she was asked how it felt to be back on the ground. Wonderful, Hoffner said, but it was wonderful up there. The whole thing was delightful, wonderful, couldn't have been better. After her jump, Hoffner's mind quickly turned to the future and other challenges. The lifelong Chicago woman, who's set to turn 105 in December, said she might take a ride in a hot air balloon next. I've never been in one of those, she said. That is such a cute story.
Okay. Can I just say, it is my dream to jump out of a plane. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little bit of a daredevil in thinking that is just the most blissful thing that God has allowed us to do. But that's just a personal opinion. Guys, it is time to get back to our regularly scheduled effed up program. These captions. Okay, guys, I don't know if you are actually looking at this photo. I'm now just noticing this picture, or at least this one part of the photo. So if you guys would be so kind and look at the main focus, Catwoman, you would see that she is, crouching over, doing a Superman pose, Superman landing, superhero landing. That's the one. And she has 2 legs and a third leg. And then Batwoman right behind her has 3 arms. I don't know exactly what's going on, if these are mutants or if these are just stupid people. I don't know. But guys, it is time to read your captions. Roma, are you ready to go back and forth with me, good sir?
Let's do it. All right. Welcome now to Caption This. Andrew Lloyd Webber announces Cat sequel, The Revenge.
When Catwoman and Squirrel Girl team up, men win.
Well, let's see. Here we go. Trash pandas invading 3 garbage cans.
Ooh.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Guys, Lee coming in saying the Cats musical we deserved.
For real.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm trying to decipher which one of these are comments and which one of the see. Like,
Vesta's got a great one.
Where is it? Man, there's.
Where are they?
Yeah, right.
Good job, Brian.
Let's see. This number. Blah, blah.
643 timestamp.
Damn, all the way down.
Wow. You
No,
just
no,
missed
no.
the boss.
You just missed
Come on
me,
now.
bro.
Roma,
Oh
redo
man.
this.
All right, here we go. Marvel closes up shop after new superheroes commit suicide off of a bridge because they mistaken a distant lighthouse for a laser light.
That's a slow burn one right there.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
it takes a second. It takes a second.
Oh my gosh.
Laser light. Cats like laser. Yep.
Yup.
But
The Crimson coming in saying Caucasians are actually a minority.
That's not a
that wasn't
caption, T-Bone.
That was just a.
Oh man, this is all over the place. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Go to
I actually did not submit one today.
643.
Yeah, 643. Nev's saying trash excuse me. Trash pandas reject felines in the heat. I thought they were supposed to like each other. What?
I think that went over your head.
Huh?
We got one from Snippy here. Can someone call Cook's Pest Control to the bridge, please? Cook's Pest Control to the bridge, please.
Doc Ock did a double take when he saw that third arm. Is it that third arm or that third leg? Come on now, Sanoski.
All right, what do we got here? This is Scollums.
What's
He
that
said,
third tail do?
Batgirl from Fallout.
With the extra appendages.
And make that
Catgirl, the battle for Chernobyl. Guys, I thought like Chernobyl was like all good now.
No, Rick.
Rocket. Yeah, no.
Oh, I see.
nope.
I will change the word.
Yeah, you're gonna do it, boss. You're gonna do it. All right, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Change the word. All right. Rocket and his buddy managed to find some kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
Okay.
Kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
If you want to see the actual caption, join Discord, timcast.com. Click join us.
The hell?
And you'll get to
Disney
see the
is-
stuff too spicy for YouTube.
Disney's remake of When Harry Met Sally to a new level. What?
I got
Harry
the next
Met
one
Sally
here.
to a new level, or I don't get
I
it.
think that oh jeez. All right, this
The name of
this
the
is
movie
a
is Harry
this is
Met
a
Sally.
disaster. All right. There's no misgendering these women.
Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I missed Stiffies at 540. Nah, that's a lie, bro. I did not do that. I am not a mean person. Stiffy says DC's all-female movie outbombs Marvel's in theaters. Are you talking about the third or the second Captain Marvel movie called The Marvels that absolutely tanked because Brie Larson is a dog trash? She's a what's the word? What's the word that Don calls
She's a horrible human being.
Yeah,
Horrible
I
human
understand
being.
that. But what's the word that Don calls that lady? I said it earlier. Rosie O'Donnell. What does Trump call Rosie O'Donnell?
A nasty woman.
Yeah, some things.
Very
Moving
nasty
on.
woman.
All right,
Moving
let's
on.
just move on. Yeah, we're just burning time now.
See you next Tuesday.
Yep, this is from Gonfall. Raccoons refuse to let pussycats take out the trash. Or take their trash, sorry. Take their trash.
Yeah, I agree with you,
Popping
Crimson.
a
Let's get this.
squat with a third leg. Everyone is intrigued. Of course they'd be intrigued. You have a third leg, guy. Come on now.
That's funny. And then finally, we've got When Cats Attack, Irreconcilable Differences.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do reconcile the differences. Okay, sure. Guys. Oh, pumpkin spice lattes personified. Yeah, no, sorry. I don't. I mean, like, guys. I don't know if you can see this, but I am. Shout out to Cast Brew Coffee. I'm having Mr. Brokes' pumpkin spice experience. It is absolutely delicious, guys. If you'd like to get some of Cast Brew Coffee, go to castbrew.com, get some. It's great. Other than that,
Do we need a poll or?
yes,
Let's
I do believe we need a poll.
Can
we get one?
It's pretty spaced out, yeah.
We're doing a what now?
All right, so we'll do 3 and ups.
We got a 5, a 3, a 3.
We're
I
doing
think it's a 5, a 3, and a 3.
7, and a 9. Come on now. Don't forget about the 9.
There's a lot of 3s in here too.
There is.
Oh,
no,
is
no,
there?
no, there really
Oh,
is.
jeez.
Guys, I'm completely forgot to make this announcement.
Actually, yeah.
Guys, tonight on Timcast IRL at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, George Papadopoulos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the guy. He is he's an author and former member of
Papadopoulos.
foreign policy advisory panel to Donald Trump's 2016's presidential campaign. So back in 2016, apparently he was charged with a felony for like not talking to the FBI, and then he was put in prison. He got out of prison, and then he was apparently pardoned. So good on this guy for not only being able to work with Trump, not screw over the FBI, but give a middle finger to the FBI. And is now going to be on Timcast IRL at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the YouTubes and everywhere else. Guys, if you'd like to ask him a question, don't forget to get your questions in so Brian, me, Roman, all the rest of the other guys can pick them to then get them up on the stage to be able to talk to this lovely, lovely man. But now, guys, it is time to pick this lovely, lovely. Do we have a winner? I don't.
I'm still making the poll.
Yeah, I think she's still.
Sorry, I was trying to give you.
These
I
are
was
all
trying to give you
spread
like
out.
some time, but like I didn't know if.
No, that was good.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, dude.
What you did was awesome.
Oh,
It's.
yeah,
I'm
dude.
almost
I
there.
know how to do the timing. Come on now, Biddy.
I was
You know
trying,
who
man.
I am?
had one left. I had one left.
I am
Look,
T-Bone.
Here it comes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go.
That's 3 and up right there.
We got not.
There's 9 of them.
I was working. No, I'm not gonna say it.
She was working hard. She was working hard on
Yeah,
on
that.
getting everything
We're not gonna
proper.
finish that sentence.
Getting everything proper for caption this, guys. You already know.
Girl.
Hey, the puppy.
Is the puppy? Where's the puppy? I want to see a puppy. Where?
The puppy.
Hi,
It's a
Mr.
puppy.
Puppy. My name is T-Bone. Hi.
She needed her mama. Yes, you did, right, Day.
Aw, baby.
Thank
Yeah, I needed my
Nope.
mama. Okay, yeah, I'm going with this one, guys. Letter 5 is the one that T-Bone is choosing, and it says Marvel closes up shop after new superheroes commit the S word off of a bridge because they mistaken a distant lighthouse for a laser light.
Laser.
Guys, that is from
Yeah.
none other than the boss, Roma Nation. Congratulations, boss. You have won today's Caption This. Do you have any words to say before we end the thing, because we have to do it very, very quickly, good sir?
I'm just doing my happy dance.
You're doing your happy dance? Dog, you need to learn how to dance from T-Bone, the best dancer. Come on now. You've seen
And
me
thank
dance.
you, Lee,
know I
for
can
the
dance.
already done
I got
million captions.
Guys, thank you for listening in to this great show. We have George Papa. I'm not even gonna try his last name. But guys, listen in to Tim Cast IRL at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, that guy. Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Leftovers at 3. Well, the Leftovers with Biddy and Brian. At 3 p.m., Brian has his Gunology. At 10 p.m. on Saturday, guys, Rumble on Rumble. Roma Nation! Do not miss it. It is going to be the best season 2 show ever. That is all I'm going to say. Roma, take us away, good sir.
That's right. At 10 p.m. on Rumble Saturday night, we've got Roma Nation Part 3 of 3. What is my episode on?
I don't know.
Oh my God, I've been on vacation. What's wrong with me?
January
Wasn't the
6th.
timeline of January 6th?
Yeah, Donald Trump and January 6th? Something
Yes,
like
it's
that?
on January 6th, but this is going to be what happens after January 6th and all the information that's come out since then. We're going to go with the articles and stories that came up, and then we're going to debunk them.
Are you talking about the 30,000 hours worth of evidence and videos that was released?
Maybe we'll
Guys,
see
if
on
you'd like to
Saturday
listen
night.
in, stay tuned for Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, it is time to relieve this stage. We have to move on. Guys, that is the lovely Elizabeth, the gothic girl, Crimson Catnip, the boss, Roma Nation, and the wise man, Brian. Please end us out. Good sir!
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate your time and attention. But the time has now come. You must exit my lawn, please. But stay on the sidewalk because you'll want, if you're on Discord, you'll want to stick around for the pre-tart cast. Bye.
Bye,
Later.
guys! Yo, what a show! What a show, bro! What a show!
The puppy.
He's my little girl.
Brian,
Yes,
Brian,
you
were
are.
we on Twitter as well today? Brian.
I think
I'm busy shutting down streams right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah,
Bye,
like, comment,
Miss
subscribe.
T-Bone.
Okay, bye, YouTube.